Okay, welcome everybody back for another Real Talk podcast. This is episode 5. I can't believe it. We only started the other day and we're already on number 5. Now, it gives me great pleasure today to bring as a guest a good friend of mine. He's an entrepreneur, okay, serial entrepreneur, I would say. He's tried different things and been successful in different things. He's an educator. He's releasing potential in the next generation, which is a powerful statement in itself. And soon to be author. New York bestseller. I'm prophesizing now for you, bro. I'm prophesying for you now. My good friend, David Hall. So before obviously I get him to introduce himself and I'll tell you what to expect from this podcast, I was on the train and one of the things I wanted to talk to him about is his transition from being a teacher to actually becoming an entrepreneur. But I was on the train, I was thinking, you know what, there's something more that I feel would be even more powerful. And he was talking about the power of education. You know, something that we dismiss now, and I think in the Western world, we don't really embrace education. You know, I see in, the East, in China and places like that, they just lap up education. And I'm just seeing a real lack of passion within our school systems. I'm seeing a real lack of passion when people come out of the school systems to want to be educated. So this guy is, helping people to release that, to embrace education, to do well within the education system and things like that. But also he's an educator himself. I've seen this guy read books, develop himself, empower himself in different areas of education as well. So I thought, what better topic than to talk about how we can get excited again about the power of education. So David, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, and obviously, you are transforming lives. So tell us a little bit about, potentially the potential unlocked tuition.
Essentially, potential unlocked tuition is founded upon my struggles as a young boy, essentially.
Oh, okay.
So I'm a firm believer that every single obstacle that we go through is a indicator of greatness that lies within.
Wow. I said it again.
So I'm a firm believer that every obstacle we go through is the indicator of the greatness that lies within.
Okay, so break that down for us, because I think sometimes you can hear a quote and I know there's a little gem in there. Okay,
very true.
All right, okay, so give us, let's dig a little bit deeper on that so we make sure we get the gold out of that quote. So you're already starting. Okay, so he's already starting on fire. I don't know if you guys are ready in the podcast. Okay, there's no warm up on this one. Okay, so everything that you faced then, so give us an example where that quote came alive in your life.
Yeah, sure. So I'm David C. Hall, and essentially when I was at school, before I started school, when I was 3 years old, I was diagnosed as being dyslexic.
Oh, okay.
So when I was oh dear.
So when you were in school, so you had the dyslexia. So you were diagnosed with dyslexia. So what did that in terms of writing, spelling, and things like that?
Exactly. So when I was 3, I was diagnosed as being dyslexic. So by the time I started school now, I was state-mentored. I went to a special school, etc.
Wow.
Like 8 of us in the class.
Yeah. And
school's like really challenging for me in a lot of ways. Yeah. In that my writing wasn't all that great. My math skills was really poor.
Yeah.
By the time I got to year 5 now, I got reintegrated back into mainstream education.
Right.
And that's when things got really difficult for me in terms of keeping up with my peers.
Yeah.
And when we've done our SATs in year 6 now, I got a level 2B.
Right. So that wasn't good.
No.
That wasn't good. For those obviously who are not too sure on the grading system, that wasn't a great grade.
So for clarity, a 2B is a national standard for a year 2 child.
Wow.
Now I was in year 6.
Right.
And so if I was in year 6, I should be getting a level 4B.
Yeah.
So I was 4 years behind, not 1, not 2.
Wow.
4 years behind my peers.
That is crazy. I knew that you struggled at school. I didn't realize it was such a big, a challenge that you'd faced. So how did you overcome that then? Because obviously now you became a teacher, right? So you've overcome it.
Absolutely.
You overcame it. So how did you do that?
So essentially what I did, I'm a firm believer in working hard, developing good work ethic. So when I was in secondary school, I went to library every single week on a Thursday.
Wow.
Worked extremely hard. I had a regimented routine.
Yeah.
So every day after school, I'll be doing a homework from sort of 7 o'clock until 10, Monday to Friday.
How old are you again at this time?
How old? 11.
11
years old.
At 11, this guy is phenomenal.
11 years old.
So 11, I can't say that I was as disciplined as you at 11 years old. So you from 7 o'clock
for 7
After school day,
after school day
you'd study from 7 till 10
until 10.
every Monday to Friday.
Absolutely.
Well, who was like, was your parents at the door saying like, you will do this, or who was driving this?
I had a deep motivation that says I had to improve myself.
Right.
And that motivation came from when I was in year 7 again.
Yeah.
I had my first parents' meeting around October.
Yeah.
After my first school year of secondary school. And my form tutor, a really, really great guy, excellent guy. He really cares for his students. But he made a passing comment to my parents that really spurred me on.
Oh, okay. I'm intrigued to find those words. Maybe I can use those words on myself and then see if it inspires me to go on as well.
But initially, it brought me.
Right.
And that comment was, David, he's a pleasant young man. He works really hard, but we would never come top in his class.
Wow. And you heard that?
I heard those words.
He said that in front of you?
In front of me at parents' evening.
That is ridiculous.
And when I heard those words, at first it made me rebellious to not want to work hard at school.
Yeah.
I felt demoralized. I felt like I couldn't really achieve anything much per se. But one day, I said to myself, he's a teacher.
Yeah.
He's got a wife, a house, etc. What is the difference between me and him?
Wow.
Other than a career? We're the same.
Yeah.
She said, well, if he can do it, I can do it too. And that defining my epiphany moment told me that I can have everything in this life if I was to only believe and put the work in.
Oh my goodness, right. And so you went from struggling at school to then this mammoth exercise, which it would have felt like at 11 years old to say, I'm going to study for 3 hours a day, all because of that guy awoken the giant within.
Absolutely.
With that statement.
It spurred me on.
Man, so you need to thank him then. You should be sending him checks now.
Absolutely.
So thank you, Mr. Whoever you are, for making this whole situation arise. So what was it, those words happened. Did education become passionate for you? Did you become passionate for education and at that point? Or did you just see it as a vehicle to get to where you needed to get to? What did you see from education at that point?
Those comments spurred me on to achieve greatness. Yeah. It's to lay the foundation of I can achieve anything if I was to put my mind to it.
Right.
And I got a great cousin who told me if my mind can believe a thing and we conceive it, then we're going to achieve it.
Wow.
So with all my heart, I believe that I could succeed. Yeah. And one day, my mum says to me one day at parents' evening, because at school we had this high achievers board. Yeah. And on the board, it displayed photos and achievements of all children who got 5 or more A to C's. Wow. My mum says to me, son, one day, you're going to be up there.
Come on now. Come on, mums. Out there to all the mums with the words of encouragement. When the teacher's trying to pull you down, there's a mum trying to pull you up.
She says you're going to be up there.
Fantastic.
And I grab a hold of every single one of those words and said, you know what? She's right. Yeah. And that was what spurred me on to want to succeed. I said, well, if my mum believes in me, then I can do this.
Right, so here's the thing then. So you now have made this transition and you're now starting to perform within education. You're starting to claw back those years when you're in year 5 and you're getting was it a 2B?
2B.
A 2B. So you're now getting back to where you should be. What was the thing then? Because you had the capacity or the capability. That was always there then, but you unlocked it. Was there any particular technique other than just having a desire and a passion to do well that transformed it? Because you must look at, and before we go into this, you're working with kids every day and you're seeing those kids that are just like you, where you used to be in year 5, and I know there's an A grade in you, I know there's a C grade, but I just need you to. Is it just belief that's stopping a lot of our young generation from really getting those grades, especially in the inner city where we're seeing them failing and things like that? Is it belief? Was it just belief for you, or did you have a learning technique that changed, or did you have tutelage or anything like that helped?
That's a great point, actually. Yeah. Because I'm a firm believer that a child is likened to a sponge. Yeah. A child will absorb their environment. Yeah. And my parents instilled, I can do. Yeah. You can achieve anything if you put your mind to it. Yeah. And so that belief spurred me on. Wow. But equally as well, I really put the work in going to the library once a week on a Thursday to read books, etc. Go to after school clubs to learn more about education, about various subjects, and put the work in. And so over time, I built the work ethic of how to achieve.
Wow.
In those 5 years, I went from being the bottom of the class to being
at the top of the class. Check you out. I will give you a high five, but people on the podcast won't be able to see that. So that is awesome. So here's the thing. So your journey. So you went from bottom of the class to top of the class. You then obviously university. You know, so this is a guy who was never going to be at the top of the class. Now this guy's going to university. And what did you study at university?
Chemistry.
Okay, not business management.
Honours in chemistry.
You got an honours in chemistry. Okay, one of the hardest topics I would be choosing for someone who didn't do well in school. I wouldn't say that you're going to pick chemistry. You know, you pick one of those them nice ones where you think like business management, which I did. That you think that's an easy one. Anyone can do that. So you did well there. You got an honours within that, and then you become a teacher. So what made you want to become a teacher? Were those words still ringing in your ear to make that decision?
Absolutely, because I felt my story could motivate other children to excel and to achieve great things. Because I know what it is to underachieve at school. I know what it is to overcome and achieve great things.
Fantastic.
I mean, you look at somebody who, when I was in year 6, couldn't spell 3-letter words.
Wow, that's how bad it was.
You look at somebody who was statemented, had a speech therapist. You look at somebody that lacked self-esteem and confidence. And was at the bottom of the class.
That is incredible.
But through parents instilling positivity that I could achieve, and putting the work in, and having tuition as well every Saturday, I was able to turn it right around.
Fantastic. And then became the teacher. And obviously, I want to get out to where your company is, and we'll talk about your company. So you became a teacher, went into the school system. But you decided to come out of being a teacher. So how long was you a teacher for? A science teacher, Mr. Hall. Mr. Hall. So how long was you a science teacher for?
Well, actually, it lasted for 2 years.
Oh, okay.
Within mainstream.
Yeah. And then you decided to come out.
Yeah, I did.
Why was that?
Well, I wanted to have more of a hands-on approach to unlocking children's potential.
Fantastic.
I'm passionate about seeing kids flourishing and excelling.
Right. And so then you started up this new organisation. So tell us the name of the company.
So we are called Potential Unlocked Tuition.
Oh, wow. Potential Unlocked Tuition. And you've got a great strap line for the business.
We have. Unlocking lives, transforming lives.
Look at this. This is the thing. Right. So tell us about what you do then. Well, what does your company do? Tell us a little bit about that.
So in a nutshell, we empower children who are aged 4 to 16 to unlock their potential through tuition. In a stimulating, nurturing and supportive learning environment.
Right.
And in that environment, we will unlock the potential to achieve 3 key results. Because what
did you say? 3 key results?
3 key results.
I love this. Okay, 3 key results. Not good results. Okay, define 3 key results.
but before I get there, Before I get there, the basis of unlocking children's potential is creating an environment where they feel safe, where they feel supported, where they are able to feel empowered. But through that, we're able to achieve our 3 outcomes. And the first one is confidence. That we will help your child to have confidence, become a confident learner. Because what I found over the years, confidence is always linked to attainments.
Wow. Do you know, it's so crazy that you say that. Because an example I want to give is, when I was at school, I suffered also with dyslexia, and I couldn't grasp what was being said in the classroom. I went really posh there. I don't know why I said it like that, but in the classroom, and there was no way I was put my hand up. If I didn't know something, there was no way on God's earth I was going to look like an idiot in front of my friends. So that wasn't the environment that encouraged me to say I need help. So how do you create an environment, where someone can feel confident enough to say, actually, I need help or I don't understand?
Well, it's transferable skills. So what we'll do essentially is by assessing the kids to see what they find challenging, and then take it slightly below what they can do.
I like that. So you empower them automatically right at the forefront.
Absolutely.
They think, I can do this.
I can. Because guess what? If they can, they will.
Wow. Okay, I like that. But the problem is in the school system, I'm not trying to blame this. I'm not one to bash the school system. I think it's great that we have a free financial system. Can it be improved? 100%. But like any organisation. But one of the things that, you know, when you come into a school, sometimes you're thrown these hard stuff, and instantly then you're on the back foot and you're thinking, I can't handle this. But what you do is give them stuff at a lower level to give them the confidence, like, yeah, I'm going to love this. I can do this.
Absolutely.
Right. Okay.
Then the second step then is that we look to identify gaps in knowledge.
Right.
And build on those gaps. Yeah. So, for example, for English, we follow something called SPAG, spelling, punctuation, and grammar. Yeah. And so children who aren't able to construct sentences will naturally find writing a piece difficult, i.e. to write a letter, persuasive piece, etc. Right. So take down to the basics first. Yeah. Make sure the basics are in, and then build. Right. So the analogy,
right foundation.
Exactly. The example I would give is a house. Yeah. Who would build a house on sand? You wouldn't, would you?
You wouldn't, unless you're very unwise.
Exactly. Yeah. So essentially, it's about empowering the children to have to build a foundation.
Oh, okay.
Once the foundation's in place, which is the basics, then we can build.
Brilliant. So we create the right environment so they can have the confidence.
Absolutely.
And we set them up. The second thing that you do then is making sure that they have the right ingredients to be successful.
Absolutely.
Right, punctuation, grammar, and things like that. So what's the third element then? So that was one, confidence.
And the second one would be assessment results.
Assessment results.
So once we get the confidence in, the child's feeling more confident in the learning, I can achieve in a humble way, and they feel empowered to do so. We engage with the parents too, so they're on board with the whole process. Yeah. And we engage with the school as well, so they know what we're trying to achieve too. So we believe it's about partnership working.
Excellent.
So we know what school's doing, we know what the parents are doing, and we're working in partnership with the child to unlock their potential.
Right. I think there's a powerful thing that you talked about, working with the parents.
Absolutely.
And I think, so many times I hear in the news that, parents are not doing enough at home. But as a parent, you don't know what to do. It's easy to say, parents should do more at home, but if you don't know what to do at home with your child, and a lot of parents I see struggle with the homework that the kids have got anyway. So if I'm struggling with the homework, what do I do? So what kind of things do you do to help parents to also help their kids be more engaged at home?
That's a great point, actually, because what we found to be quite common is that children, sometimes, not all the time, underachieve because parents aren't sure how to support their child. Right. They want to, but they haven't got the tools to support their child. Yeah. And so what we do, we will support the parents in understanding the fundamentals in English and in maths and in science.
Oh, so you actually educate. Oh, okay. So we're educating them up to a standard that they can then support their.
Yep. So they would know, for example, what is a noun. Yeah. The types of nouns. Right. What is a verb. Yeah. They're about to identify the subject in a sentence.
Fantastic.
To use various punctuation marks the right way. Yeah. And so they know what the curriculum is trying to achieve. They can support their child at home.
That is powerful. That is powerful. And do you think that's something that the traditional school system outside of organisations like yourselves should also be doing?
Schools do.
Oh, okay.
But not all parents engage with the school.
Right. Oh, okay.
So we empower their parents to engage with school and with us. Yeah. So we can get the best out of their child to unlock their potential to become confident.
Wow. Oh, okay. So we've got the first 2 points. You said there was 3.
So the second one, now that we've built a confident child, which is about psychology of learning, understanding the learning flow.
Oh, okay. I'm getting an education myself here. Okay, I'm learning. I'm going back to my kids and go, hey, look, we're gonna step this up now. Okay, yeah. So what's the education flow?
So the education flow, learning flow, is about knowing how you learn. Right. We all learn in different ways. Yeah. Some people are very visual. Some people are very kinesthetic, which is hands-on. Yeah. Some people learn better by auditory, hearing. It's about helping a child to identify their learning style and teaching them through the learning style.
Right. Oh, okay.
Which leads nicely to the second point, is having good assessment results. Yeah. Having children to meet or exceed their school targets. Yeah. And if a child is not able to learn through the learning flow, then they won't attain the grades that we should ought to.
Right. Oh, okay. So you have to understand. But isn't it that most, you talked about the different ways that we learn. Isn't it in the school system though that you're actually being taught audibly? So you've been, someone's at the front of the class and they're talking to you. And if that's not your style of learning, then and let's say, because you've got forced learning styles, so 25% of the children will excel in that area, but then the other 75% may not excel.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true. And what we're going to be mindful of is that in a school environment, there are 30 children or 30 children plus within a classroom.
Right.
So as a teacher, you got to just impart knowledge the best you can within certain timescales. Yeah. Within a tuition environment, we are able to essentially help a child because it's smaller groups.
Right. Oh, okay.
So because we're in a smaller groups now, 6 children in a class, in fact 6 children in a class, but 1 teacher to 3 children, we're able to give a child a lot more support.
Right. Oh, okay. So you can guide them whether it would be more hands-on,
absolutely,
audible or visual, to be able to give them that representation of how to learn.
And it's personalised as well.
Right.
So it's personalised to what the child needs to learn to move forward.
Fantastic. So the thing is, what I'm understanding then is that we can't knock the school system because they've got more and more children.
They have.
With less and less. So they have to have 30, sometimes 35 in the class and things like that. And they're trying to make sure that everybody gets that attention. So really, if you really want to support your children, what I'm hearing, I'm not trying to sound like I'm advertising for you here, but really having tuition is actually quite powerful, because what children really need is more that 1-to-1 or 1-to-3 smaller groups.
Absolutely.
But we can't do that, in the traditional state schools, because we just don't have the funds, unless we all want to be taxed more. Okay, and then everyone will be up in arms in that. So if you really want to help your child, is coming into an organisation like yourself to be able to support that. And then you get freaky results.
You do. You do get excellent results because your child will learn to excel.
Oh, okay.
Through the right processes, the right techniques, and linked to the second outcome as well. It's about helping a child to revise the right way, linked to the learning flow. Yeah. It's about helping a child to identify the right learning style, the right revision technique. Yeah. Building a routine which is realistic, which takes into account exercise, learn the right materials in the given time scales, time management. So we help our children to build a routine that will guarantee success. Why? Because success always leaves clues.
Yeah, I truly believe that. Oh, okay, so you help them with that, the revision process. So these guys are smashing. I can start to understand why now they're getting freaky results.
They are.
Yeah.
But also as well, it's about supporting children with also how to approach exam questions too. Yeah. And for example, know what a command word is. Yeah. So command word in exam question are words like explain, describe. Yeah. Too many times children are stating an answer but not explaining the answer.
Right. Oh, okay. Okay. Hold on. I'm saying okay, right? Like I just fully understood what you just said, but I want to make sure that I fully understood. So they're stating an answer, but not explaining.
Absolutely.
Give me an understanding of that.
Okay,
so that's great, because obviously these are little nuggets that anyone listening to this, they can take this away with their child right now and say, look, you've got an exam coming up, GCSEs, whatever it may be. You need to have a look at this and do this. So I really like what you're just saying here. So give us more clarity on what you mean by that.
Sure. So an example would be state the meaning of photosynthesis. Yeah. Next question would be explain what is meant by photosynthesis. Right. So for the second question, explain what's meant by photosynthesis. If my response is plants made their own food, that's stating.
Right. Oh, okay. Yeah. Now explaining the.
Exactly. Now if I go to explain, we know that photosynthesis is a command word of photosynthesis. Yeah. So photo means light. Yeah. Synthesis means making. Right. So the word means light making. Yeah. To make its own food.
So we go big difference.
Exactly. So we go through the equation. Yeah. So the equation, which is carbon dioxide, add water. Yeah. Which will make glucose as well as oxygen. Right. Photosynthesis.
I feel like I'm getting a lesson right here. I think I'm learning something I didn't know. It's all coming back now. Do you know? If you were sitting by my side, okay, I came out of school with 2 GCSEs. If you were sitting by my side, I think I would have smashed it. I might go back now, just to prove a point. I'm getting A stars, baby. I now know and understand how to explain and not just make a statement. Okay, so you've got this process now. So give me an example of a child okay, who's gone through your process and got freaky results. You don't have to give us a name or anything like that. I appreciate confidentiality. But tell me where someone was. So we've heard your life story, and people may say, yeah, but you're just a freak of nature and you were studying 3 hours a day. That's just not normal. Okay. But give us an example of a child who's got freaky results then, going through your process.
Yes, so essentially we've got a child who's been with us now for 3 years.
Yeah.
In primary school. Keynes was doing okay.
Yeah.
But now she is very confident in her learning, very meticulous in how she will construct answers, etc.
Yeah. Hey, the ice cream van.
Yeah. And essentially, and that has helped her to write text to a very high standard, very high ordered.
Excellent.
She has recently become a published author.
Seriously?
At the age of 10.
A published author?
Published author at the age of 10.
Now, that's some freaky results.
At the age of 10.
Yeah. So I was expecting you to say, she's getting, equivalent of A's or something like that. No. She's gone past that. This girl's now writing, or this person's writing their own books at 10 years old. Wow.
At the age of 10.
Well done.
A published author.
That is ridiculous.
There are many more examples of our children. I helped a girl about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Went to a private school in Birmingham. She originally got a grade E in her physics.
Yeah.
And by using my system, my approach, we got her from a grade E to a grade B in 2 terms.
My goodness. Okay, you really need to work with me. Do you help adults?
We don't, sorry.
Okay, that's soon to come. I think there's a business right there. So we've seen what your company does, and we'll make sure that we'll leave the details for anyone who's obviously interested. Where are you based?
We're based in Winson Green, Birmingham.
Oh, okay.
We're based in.
Brilliant. So one thing I want to talk about now, let me ask you some questions just about education now. So we understand your business and what you do, and we can see that you're really passionate about it, and you take education seriously, really, really seriously. Why do you think, if I was to ask you this question, why do you think education is so important?
Absolutely. Well, I think education is important, but again, that is determined by the definition we give education.
Oh, okay. Yep, I like that. So what definition would you put on that?
It links to my last outcome.
Yeah.
To empower children to have a career which they're passionate about, which are aligned to their passion, gifts, and talents.
Yeah.
Too many times we are occupied doing a job.
Yeah.
To pay the bills.
Yeah.
And a common symptom of how I've been in occupation is that when Monday morning comes at 7 a.m, the alarm goes off.
You're like, no.
Exactly. Yeah. We hit the alarm clock thinking, half an hour more.
Yeah.
It's now 7:30.
Wow.
And thinking, oh no.
Yeah.
It's all downhill.
Yeah.
Had a great weekend, back to work to pay the bills.
Yeah, scary.
It's only to pay the bills.
Yeah.
And so there's a common tug of war with creating a living, making a living, just to pay the bills.
Yeah.
But today, I'm here to tell the hearer that you are designed for something more than just to pay the bills.
Man. I like that. I firmly believe that. Yeah. And you believe that obviously education then gives you the empowerment.
Absolutely.
Right. Okay.
I'm getting there because what education does, it enables us to develop our vocation.
Yeah.
The other side of the pendulum.
Yeah.
So occupation is how we use our time to make money.
Yeah.
Vocation looks at our passion, our gifts, and our talents.
Wow. Okay. I'm in. I love education, but I think I'm brought in even more, and I'm hoping that everyone's listening into this. And so what you're saying is that the more education that you have, the more that you give yourself the opportunity to choose to live your passion.
You see, the true essence of education is education means to draw out one's potential.
Right.
That's education. So the essence of education is to draw out your potential.
Yeah.
Potential means something which isn't quite realized as of yet.
Yeah.
So the purpose of education should be to draw out one's potential to operate in a passion, gifts, and talent.
Wow.
Now, all of us have got gifts.
Yeah.
All of us have got talents.
Yeah.
But we got to realize what they are and to serve with them.
Right. So I'm loving this because one of the questions I wanted to ask you is why are we not embracing education as children or as adults? I'm seeing more and more people who don't read, more and more people. But I think what the problem is, and I think what you're alluding to, tell me if I'm wrong here, is people feel like it's just forced information on them instead of education drawing out of them.
Absolutely.
Does that mean? Because if I thought education was like, man, you're going to draw the best out of me. Education is drawing the best out of me, not you just trying to dump mindful information that I really don't care about. That's not education. That's what we think education is meant to be. So do you think that that's probably one of the reasons why people are not embracing education?
It's our perception.
Yeah.
Because anybody can go to university and get a degree of some sort.
Yeah.
The question then is that degree going to help you to unlock your potential, help you to serve the world?
Yeah.
All of us have got a place in this world and to serve in this world, and our gifts and talents are there to help us to serve with excellence.
Fantastic.
Now my passion is children.
Yeah.
And helping children to unlock their potential to become a confident learner, achieve good results at school, and also have a career which they're passionate about. Yeah. And that's my passion.
Excellent.
So all that I do education-wise is to help me to become better at unlocking potential in children, understanding how children think, understanding how children learn, understanding how to engage with parents, so parents can get the best out of their children. It's all about unlocking children's potential.
Fantastic. So the key thing for anyone listening to this, and I think you know, if for me, I'd be super, happy if everyone walked away from today going, do you know what? If I embrace education, I can actually fulfill my potential.
Absolutely.
That's what education is all about. So how does someone like, you talked about kickstarting your education career, and it was words that someone said and that helped kickstart it. But how can someone kickstart their or reignite that desire for education in themselves? So someone, a child, there may be a 14-year-old listening to this. What does that person do? What did I do tomorrow to go, right, you know what, I'm on it? Sure.
Well, the question I would ask at first would be, what subject do you like doing at school?
Yeah.
Is it maths? Is it English?
Yeah.
And that's a good starting point.
Yeah.
What thing frustrates you?
Yeah.
What thing could you fix in the world? These are all indicators to a potential career.
Right.
Through a business or through a job. And a job is always about, or a business about, how we can serve. It's all about serving, how we can help people.
Yep, love that.
Solving problems.
Yeah.
If we can't solve a problem, we don't get paid.
Yeah, yeah, it's so true.
We're all in a job with a business to solve a problem.
Yeah.
And so we've got to be very clear, what problem are we solving?
Yeah.
What problem can we solve? What problem can we solve with excellence?
Yeah.
And furthermore, how does our talents help to serve that problem?
Wow.
Because as long as we're clear on what problem we are solving, we always will be in a job or in business.
Right. So one of the things then, instead of worrying about the actual education itself, what you're saying is actually work on your why.
Work on your why.
Yeah. What is it that I want to achieve? Where do I want to be? What's the career that I want? What would I love to be doing day to day? Find that love, find that passion, and then educate yourself on the things that are required to get there.
Absolutely.
Right.
So passion is fuel.
Yeah.
Passion keeps you going when the going gets tough.
Yeah, 100%.
Money won't.
Yeah.
Money follows passion. Money follows gifts.
Wow.
And so the key thing is that we're clear is what is that we're passionate about.
Yeah.
How can we serve the world with excellence?
Yeah.
How can we make a difference? How can we solve a problem?
Yeah.
Because, for example, I am used to solve a problem.
Yeah.
That problem is children who are not reaching their full potential.
Yeah.
Even if they are a high flyer or doing okay at school, whatever it may be, I'm there to unlock their children's potential. That's a problem I'm solving.
This is powerful.
We've got to be crystal clear on the problem we are solving. If we can't solve a problem, we won't get paid.
Brilliant. So do you know, even as a parent, then something that they can do right now, every parent listening to this podcast, and if you're not a parent, share this with someone who's got children, is if you want to get your child engaged in education, find out what it is that they want to do.
Absolutely.
And get the link between what they do at school to what they want to do, so they understand, if I put the effort in here, if I educate myself, okay, it will empower me to be everything that I want to be in the future.
Absolutely. So essentially, point A and point B.
Yeah.
The gap in between. Point A is where you want to get to.
Yeah.
Point B is where you are right now. We got to create a vision.
Yeah.
A vision is the ideal end, the ideal future, what it looks like.
Yeah.
What does our career look like? What does our vocation look like? Man. What gifts do I have? What talents do I have? What passion do I have? That's the point A. Point B is where we are right now.
Yeah.
what do I need to do to get to over here? Education is designed as to build a bridge from point B to point A. It's a vehicle.
Love that.
There are different types of vehicles. A lorry, a motorbike, a car, aeroplane, different purposes. We gotta choose the right vehicle to take us from B to A.
Love that.
The right type of course, the right type of institute, the right type of environment, the right type of network to build to get to the end point.
I'm loving that. Right. Well, as we come, I think you dropped some incredible nuggets of wisdom, some phrases that I'm gonna have to go back and listen to the podcast myself and go, what did he say again? So one of the things, find your why, understand your learning style, some of the things that you've said, because obviously we all learn differently and embrace that. Get support, get tuition, it's okay. I don't know if you want to talk about this on here, but actually, as we're talking about tuition, how much does tuition cost? For anyone, thinking, I need tuition, but how much does that cost? How much does tuition cost? Is that we're English. I know we don't like talking about money, but on this show, we're going to talk about money. So how much does tuition cost if I wanted to have my child, have their potential unlocked?
Well, what I would say to you, I'm going to change the statement slightly. Tuition is a investment.
Oh, I like it. 100%.
And that investment is unlocking the potential in your child. So we always say the investment is going to be X month each month.
Perfect.
And that investment will be dependent upon how many sessions you're doing each week and what you're doing. But we have got funding in place to minimize that investment.
Fantastic. Come on. So not only if you really want it, you guys will also support them with funding.
Absolutely. So parents, for a single mother or single dad, even parents that are married, we got packages to support each types of households.
Oh, okay.
Because we are serious about unlocking potential in all children, irrespective of the background, because we're concerned with where a child is going as opposed to where they're coming from.
Powerful. So look, for anyone, once again, I thank you for coming on the show, because I think you've just given us some great insights to why, some of our children are failing. But the one thing as well that I wanted to say, from what I'm hearing you say from this podcast, is that the potential for every child to get good grades is possible. Because sometimes you can think, I'm just not a learner, or I'm not a school person, and I hear people saying that, and I hear adults saying that, that's just not me. But what you're saying, actually, it is you.
It is.
Every one of us has the potential to get good grades. Would you say that? Do you believe that true?
Absolutely. But to manage expectations, not everybody will get an A star. Or number 9 even. But all of us are intelligent in different ways. And what we got to be mindful of, intelligence are measured in the education system through grades. But a person that can take a car and look at the car in its entirety and take it apart to its bare fundamentals is as equally as intelligent as somebody who gets 9 nines. He gets 9s. But so we got to be very careful in how we define intelligence.
Perfect.
Because all of us are intelligent in different ways.
Okay. So don't beat yourself up if you're not getting A's. But every one of us has still the potential to be educated enough to fulfill our potential.
Absolutely. Right. And the key thing is that P word, potential. We got to tap into our potential and know what it is and work towards it.
Fantastic.
And if that person's potential is a number 4, we celebrate you. We cheer you on. We cheer you on. Because what's more important is our character. And how we engage with people.
Brilliant.
Because somebody who can get number 4 at school can still get a well-paid job.
100%. Love that. Okay, so what last nugget would you like to leave the viewers and those listening to the podcast today? Is there anything else that you'd like to leave? One thing that you'd like to leave anyone about the importance of education?
One thought I'd like to leave is that everybody deserves to be successful. And that success means different things to different people. But the key thing is, what I want us to understand is that we all got gifts and talents. We got to find out what that talent is and that gift is and work it.
Wow, come on.
And as long as we work that talent and develop it, the other time we shall become great.
We shall become great.
And achieve great things.
Come on. Love that. Love that. Well, David Hall, thank you for joining us for this podcast. I've said we'll make sure that the details for his tuition business is available for everyone. And as you said, this is for everybody. This is not for those who have got money. There is funding in place for those of you on low incomes, single parents, and things like that. The reason being is that his organization, I know this guy genuinely has a heart for the people. And this is not about money for him. This is a heart for the people. So if that's of interest to you, please hit us up. And even if you want to know more information, we'll give you his details. So please follow us. So thank you for joining us for this episode 5, Real Talk. Make sure that you subscribe on podcast, leave your comments, and also on SoundCloud. And we look forward to seeing you soon, where we bring you inspirational, motivational, and empowering content to take your life to the next level. See you guys soon. God bless you. Bye.
Thank you.